Hey everybody, I'm Monika McKenzie, joined by Rett McGibbon to recap what took place this season for the D2 hockey team here at Liberty. So we saw them coming off 2 years where they went to the national championship game, unfortunately came in second place both years. How do you think they handled the pressure heading into this season, knowing they had so much expectation on the team?
I almost wonder if they were a little clueless to it in the sense that there were so many new bodies on the team.
Yeah.
If you weren't there the previous year, do you really feel the pressure to go back again? So I don't think it was as big as us media people make it out to be. But I think as a whole, being a team that has so many new faces, a new head coach, they did a fantastic job of kind of creating a new identity for themselves and putting out a solid season of hockey.
Yeah, let's talk about Ben Hughes, first year head coach ever in his career. So just talk about what you saw from him and how do you think he was able to cultivate the culture that Chris Lowe's had tried to build there?
I think for Ben it was a fantastic year. You know, a lot of times as a first year head coach, your head's kind of spinning. You're learning so much new stuff and the way the season's going. You know, obviously there's stuff behind the scenes that coaches deal with, whether it be, you know, where should this guy be in the lineup and exactly, and you're trying to figure out how exactly you want to deal with those elements of the game. And that can be tough because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings as a first year guy, and then, you know, a couple years later you kind of get over it. But no, but Ben did a tremendous job of just growing himself, but also growing his team and moving this team forward. Now, talking about harvesting the kind of character, the team identity that Chris Lowe's had established, it'd be really interesting to ask some of the guys that returned, was it the same or was it different? Because as a new coach, yeah, you want to come in and keep some similar elements, but at the same time, you're going to be a poor version of somebody else. You want to be the best, you know, person that you can be. So, you know, I don't know. That's a tough one for me to answer, but I think what he established in his first year moving forward and however long he does this will be a great foundation for him.
Well, the team unfortunately had 3 losses in the national tournament. What do you think they learned from them? Like you said, there was a lot of new guys, so their first time there, what did they learn?
The national tournament is always kind of interesting in the sense that there's always a lot of hearsay and rumors, and whenever you go there, there's always like, oh, you guys are playing Aurora or somebody like that. They're so good. Everybody says, oh, every team there is so good. You think everybody's undefeated coming into this tournament. I think perhaps they got a little bit starry-eyed and didn't believe. I think they believed in themselves, but almost second-guessed their ability. So I think next year going in, you know, you have a summer to reflect on what the competition, when you get to that elite level, what the caliber's like, and if you can hang. And I think they know now that they can play with them. They just have to stay out of the box, get their power play going, and just, you know, play their game, not get into somebody else's game, and like I said, be a poor version of yourself. Play your Liberty brand of hockey at that D2 level and get things rolling.
Yeah, and what are you expecting for them next year?
You know, I think they'll have another solid recruitment class. Liberty Hockey now is getting to that point where it seems like every year you're getting in some recruits that just have an amazing amount of ability. So, you know, they'll lose a little bit. Sidney will hurt on the back end, backer as well, so they're going to need some defense, which, you know, Liberty D1 has a pretty established group, so most recruits that come in, they should be able to get some from there. So I think it's a team that, once again, is going to continue to grow. I think they'll be back at the national tournament. But, you know, like we said, it took Chris Lowe's a long time to get there to that national championship game, and I think it would be unfair to expect Ben Hughes and his coaching staff to be right back there next year. You got to give these guys a couple years to kind of grow their team and grow the youth that's on this team to get back to that point.
Yeah, well, it was obviously a great year for Ben in his first year as a head coach. Thanks for your insight, Rett, and thanks for tuning in with us all season long.